Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Connor Semskier, and today I want to bring you guys a new video talking about some of the stuff that I feel was actually left out of the patch notes in the most recent patch for Black Ops 3. So there's a handful of things, and you know, Treyrarch has done this before. They'll just like throw random shit in a patch and not put anything about it in the notes. They've done this before with some other guns, and we don't know that they've been changed officially for some time now. So I want to talk to you guys about some of the stuff that I feel was changed, but it wasn't actually put in the patch notes. I'm going to probably call this like a conspiracy theory type video or something stupid, but some of these guns feel very fucking different. So one of the most popular things that people are complaining about that wasn't actually in the patch notes was the M8. So I'm going to put some stuff on screen here. I know Treyrarch was talking about it. He was complaining that the M8 and the RK5 were actually touched. And as this dude in the motorcycle's going by, he was complaining about the RK5 and the M8 being touched and having it not be in the patch notes. Now, Treyrarch is a pro player. I would assume that he knows what he's talking about, knowing that the M8 and the RK5 were slightly touched. Now, we know that the M8 was probably nerfed. A lot of people will complain and be like, dude, it's still the fucking same exact thing. There'll probably be people bitching in the comments, but most people can see a difference in the M8. I don't know if they touched the fire rate. That's probably the most likely. They could have touched the range a little bit, but honestly, it feels like when you shoot it, it gets stuck and jammed a little bit, and like there's a little bit more of a delay in between shots and stuff. It just doesn't feel like the M8 that it did a week ago. So it was a little bit of a change, and it's definitely noticeable. I think it did catch a slight nerf, which is all right. I think it was a little bit probably the best AR in the game, not by too much, but it was very good. Man of War was also exceptional, but I think this nerf kind of set it back and made the game a little bit more balanced. But I do wish we had one set AR to use, just that's my opinion. But also the RK5 was touched. I'm not sure what they did, but the fire rate's probably a little bit different, similar to the M8, but it still fucking melts. It's probably still the best secondary in the game, so you don't have to worry about the RK5 not fucking two-bulleting you and beating Vespers at close range sometimes. It's just a joke. But two other things that I noticed. I'll put a clip on screen here. I was absolutely destroying kids with the P90 or the Weevil. This thing, I'm almost positive, got a buff. This thing is just absolutely melting, and it was never really that good at close range. Close range, this thing was mediocre at best, always losing to the VMP and stuff. This thing can actually go up against the VMP at close range now. Obviously it'll get destroyed by a Vesper just because the Vesper is absolutely out of control right now, and it's always been the best SMG at close range. But the P90 or Weevil is fucking phenomenal now. I'm not sure what they changed on it besides like that close range damage, but holy shit, this thing is actually winning up close. Before, all you could do is really, like, the only advantage this thing had was like long range to medium gunfights, and that long 50 round mag would ultimately win you gunfights because you could just pre-fire around corners and stuff and they'd walk into your bullets. That's what the P90 or Weevil was always for, but now it seems that you can actually use this thing up close, which is pretty good, and I was absolutely going off in pubs with it earlier. And also, one last thing I wanted to mention is the MR6. Now, I think what they did with the MR6 is they took the cap off of the fire rate. Now, if you guys remember back in, I want to say January, February, the MR6 got absolutely, like, completely outright banned from UMG because a lot of people were taking modded controllers, Cronus Maxes, and all these other things and rapid fire modding and spraying with the MR6. A lot of modded controllers and stuff, and the thing was just an absolute machine. And some people didn't even have modded controllers but were still melting because their trigger fingers were so good. They were getting called hackers and all this other stuff, but they literally just had such a good trigger finger, and this thing was deadly with it. So what they did is they nerfed it, and they basically took the fire rate and capped it off so you couldn't spray with it as well. So recently, I noticed yesterday, my buddy Emag was using it, and he was destroying kids across the map, spraying at 100 miles an hour with this thing. And I don't think the fire rate cap is that bad as it used to be. I don't think it's the old MR6, but I think it's definitely a viable secondary if you're looking to use something other than the RK5. So I just wanted to talk about that really quick. I think this thing's actually probably the best long-range pistol you're gonna get in this. It's just a fucking great gun at distance. I know EMAG was mapping kids across infection, one tank to the other with the fucking MR6. Is insane. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Of course, we don't know exact things because you know how Treyrarch is, they don't actually tell us anything. So I'm sure soon enough we'll find out what happened. I think there's going to be some new patch notes with all this stuff, and a lot of these changes are already in the game. We're just not going to know about them till those new notes are released. So that's that. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys feel like you agree with anything here that I said, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your opinion. And that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.